I don't have. Who's gonna keep water where I use good? So we don't have any cameras. It makes close the door. We're on camera.
Everybody has to be quiet out there. Make sure to start reading. Not yet, but soon.
There are no waters from it. Water bottle. Did you throw anything else in like the water bottles?
I'm turning up the bass notes.
So do you want us to go over?
Don't forget to put my phone down.
Yeah. I'm just trying to, yeah, everyone's in there.
Everyone in here?
Good. Yes. Okay.
Hit record and leave my phone here.
Just want to start now.
Okay. Not yet, but whenever you're ready. And then it'll be about 2 minutes. So when you see me do this and go, when you see, I'll just give you a little signal when to turn on.
I'm still here.
2 minutes.
Still hear music. Right? Yeah. Still hear music.
I just turned it off in the studio.
What's that?
What? Headphones. Don't do the headphones. It's okay. It'll come on. It's supposed to be on right now.
It has playing because you don't have that air. It's very loud and I have one headphone. Good.
Just 2 minutes still. The camera's on though. We can say hi to them. Hey everybody, we get ready to do the show. Boost Power Radio. Thanks for tuning in. You can get 1 minute.
I don't want to hear your face.
That's fine. I keep bumping this. I hate it when it's that close to me. I just hate the location of the mic. Better not hit it.
Good morning, everyone. You are listening to Boost Power Radio. I'm Betsy Wiersma.
And I'm Rhonda Shea.
And you have plugged in for some uplifting ideas from super cool women to support you in your world, sister style. Sister style. We are here to deliver interviews on purpose so you can learn the choice points on people's journeys and really figure out how to be inspired, how to connect, and how that works for your own life. But we're always having fun, Rhonda.
That's right. And today on our first segment, which is always Good Works, we have the incredible Laquita Walker with Mile High United Way. Hi, Laquita.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited. We'll be interviewing you shortly.
Next up, Leslie Kling from Plaza Factory, who's a ballroom dancer, by the way.
Cool.
I know. And she's going to talk about how organization really makes your world work and how the whole psychology of getting organized. She's from Plaza Factory.
Yeah, I love Closet Factory.
Yeah.
We want to live in their closet. You don't even want to just
honey,
get
don't
something
get me started. They have transformed my life.
I know. It's great.
Next up, yummy.
What?
You've got.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Yes. It's the
Julie, the chocolate therapist is here. And Rhonda's going to interview her.
I can't wait to interview her. She's amazing.
She's amazing. She brought samples.
And she's in great shape. I mean, if I was working in a chocolate factory, if I was in charge of a chocolate company, like she is, I would be 9 million pounds.
So she's going to talk all about the healthy benefits of chocolate, which is great as we go here into Valentine's month. And lastly, we have the amazing Gina Schreck,
I love her.
Star of Song, Screen, Sound. She's amazing, and she's going to talk to us not only about what's happening in her life now, but a big new thing she's birthing on April 1st.
That is so cool.
We're going to talk about a birth.
Projects, right?
Yeah, birthing project. She's already got her 4 kids. So let's get started with our interview.
All right. Hey, Lakota, first of all, welcome.
Thank you. So excited to be here.
We're loving having you here. You're just an awesome person. I want to find out about your social worker, correct?
Yes,
You have a master's degree in social
Yes,
work?
I've been a social worker for 20 years.
Oh, wow. That's a long time.
Okay, you started when you were born.
Yeah.
You're not old enough to
What
be
is
a
that?
social worker
I'll
for
actually
20
be
years.
42 this year.
All
Oh, my
right.
God. I want whatever she's doing.
You are doing something
Thank you.
right. You are shining
A lot of
bright.
water. A lot of water.
A lot of water. There you
A lot
go.
of water.
So, let me ask you a question. It's actually not on but I'm curious. Have you seen things change dramatically over the 20 years that you've been involved, like either through the system improving, which I'm sure it has, or just the kinds of things that you're working on?
Honestly, I haven't seen a lot of changes, unfortunately. Things seems to be, it's like a continuous cycle where you think that you're making improvements, and such as Medicaid expansion and trying to ensure that children and families have their basic needs met.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have different, whether it's the House or the Senate, trying to make different changes to make it harder for the low-income families.
Yeah. You see a lot of families today, don't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. In Denver, particularly, it's
Absolutely. Actually, I worked closely with children and families at the beginning of my career, but then when I decided to pursue my master's degree, I focused more on communities and systems.
oh, okay.
So I do more indirect work.
Okay. Now, why don't you tell us about Mount United Way's 211 program? Because I know that's something that you're very involved with and in charge of, right?
Well, I'm not in charge of it, but I'm in charge of the database.
Oh, that's
so
a database.
Yes. So
Oh, that's smart stuff. I know.
Thank you. So I'm a resource specialist. So 211 is a help center that provides non-emergency health and human services. So if individuals need help with rent and utility assistance, if they need help with food, we have information on counseling, legal services. Now we're in tax season, and we have hundreds of free tax preparation sites listed in our database. During the holiday seasons, we also have agencies that provide Thanksgiving baskets or Thanksgiving banquets, give out toys to families. So we have a wide variety of resources.
So you're like a go-to department in person where you can help people make those connections, because there's a lot of places around town that do it, but if you don't know about it, it doesn't do any good.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
And what I love is that we're not just an information referral line. That's why I like calling us a help center, because individuals who may need assistance with health care. For example, one of my colleagues shared a story the other day that she had a lady to come in. She was diagnosed with cancer, and she was really afraid. So she was able to give her some resources. The lady came back 3 months later to let her know she followed with those resources, and today she's cancer free.
Oh,
So
that's
it's the direct
That's
work.
awesome.
Absolutely. So it's the
Yes.
direct work like that.
That's great.
And it's very rare that we get people to call us or to come in to let us know that they were able to get the help they need. So again, we're not just an information referral line, we're a help center.
So you do both.
Absolutely. You're able to contact 211 by phone by literally dialing 211 Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. You can talk to a live navigator. You can also communicate with us via text by dialing 898-211. You can also chat with navigators, or you can walk in at the Mile High United Way location, which is 711 Park Avenue West. Again, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And our services are absolutely free.
Wow, that's amazing. And then you work with other agencies, right?
Yes, I do. So my role as the resource specialist is I am responsible for ensuring that information we have listed is accurate and up to date. I also connect with agencies if they have new services to make sure we list them if they fit our inclusion and exclusion policies. I also facilitate database training. So what I do during those trainings is I teach agencies how to navigate our database so they can find resources that they need, or they can help the population that they serve find the services that they need.
Now, that is so needed, because it's such a homelessness and marginalized population on the brink of homelessness. It's so prevalent today. I mean, it's just
Absolutely.
amazing. People do not realize how many kids, for example. And at one point, I think they did a check on children that were homeless in the metro area. It was like 16,000 is the estimate. Kids that go to school today that are homeless on the street.
Yeah, and speaking of homelessness, something else that we do, which I love, is we call homeless shelters that have partnered with us and give us permission to call either once or twice a day to find space.
Right.
And so we update the database on twice a day to see if there's space for shelters.
You know, I love Mean Street. Are you familiar with that?
Yes, I am.
I love
yes.
them. They're cold weather shelter, so
yes.
it dips below freezing. They open their doors, and they're one of the few that allow children and men and women families together.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of them don't allow children. And I shouldn't say that, but they just don't, and it's because of their insurance and safety rules. But this one allows children, which is great.
Yeah, we have several children and family shelters. Sometimes it's hard to find shelters that will let the family stay together if there's also a father.
Right, isn't that something?
Yeah, and then sometimes they have age restrictions. So if the children are over a certain age, then sometimes it's hard to place them as well. But we do the best we can to connect with the shelters to make sure we can find space for families.
Yeah, that's great. I'm a big supporter of the homeless people that are experiencing homelessness in the community. And the face of it is not what people think.
Absolutely. Speaking of the face of it, my son and I were actually homeless recently. And so when you think about the face, you see me and you say, I would have never known that. But we were. We actually stayed in a shelter. And we were taking the public transportation service, and we relied on public assistance for a little while until I can get a job to be able to support us. So exactly. So the face of homelessness may not be what we think.
That's right.
And how many people do Smile High United Way serve through the 211 program?
We serve received over 80,000 phone calls. I'm not sure how many walk-ins that includes, but the phone calls over 80,000.
Well, I know I was just down at the holiday party, and I worked as a volunteer, and I worked the cleanup shift, and there was the most touching story. At the very end, a lady and her son walked up and we were cleaning up, and she said, "Oh, what happened? I just finally got here." And the little son, just looked, and Corey was there and said, "Oh, we're done for the day." And you saw his face just melt. And the mom kind of looked, but somebody had left the toy behind. And so we kind of looked at the toy behind it. Corey ran over and grabbed it and walked up to the little boy and said, "But we have this leftover toy. Do you mind taking care of this? And then you come back next Saturday and get the rest of your toys." And this kid beamed, and the mom was so thankful. And I thought, what a God moment where his services, were like, I love the front line and got to see the joy.
Absolutely, absolutely. The Christmas party was a big joy. There was a lot of bikes that were donated, so I saw my colleagues bringing the bikes in, and beautiful, huge stuffed animals, and it was a nice
volunteer
treat.
that next year.
It's fun.
I'd like to do that. I don't mean to move us along, but there's a couple of things that we really wanted to find out. And obviously, I think you just shared one of them, but was there a time in your life that was really hard, and what advice would you have to get through it? And obviously, you shared one right
there. Was that time.
That was that time. That was one of the times. Yeah. But something that I would like to share is I'm actually a survivor of a traumatic auto accident in 2012, where I was hit head on by a teenager. And that experience, I had to learn how to walk with it. And so what I learned through that was a very scary time. I just had earned my master's degree, so to do more indirect work with the community. But what I learned from that experience was resiliency. And also the power of faith, because my son had just entered the 4th grade, and with his beautiful smile and lovely personality, and always so full of life and love, that encouraged me to keep moving forward. Like, this is not an end. This is just a obstacle in the road. But if I continue to work hard, to stay positive, stay encouraged, wrap myself with supports, which we all know that support is very important, then I can move forward. And here I am today walking again.
That's amazing. That's wonderful.
That's a great
Thank you.
What a blessing, right?
Thank you.
Sometimes those things that are hard like that become a blessing in disguise. We learn about ourselves and what we can do.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks for asking.
Global statement to women?
My global statement to women is to continue to know that you have what it takes no matter what obstacles that you are faced with. You are resilient, you are powerful, you are beautiful, and no matter what you go through, you can overcome it. And if I can share this one quote that I found that I think is really powerful. Whenever you find yourself doubting how far you can go, just remember how far you have come. Remember, everything you have faced all the battles you have won and all the fears you have overcome. Keep shining, ladies.
That was
Oh, you are
perfect.
so great. We're gonna have Betsy's gonna have you pick a
So
card.
this is just our fun thing. So do
Okay.
not be afraid.
I won't.
Just pick
And it matches my shirt.
It matches your shirt, so it's a good sign to read it and then just answer that.
What is one lesson a past relationship taught you? That's a good one.
No names have to be mentioned.
Okay.
No names.
No names.
One relationship,
Could be a job too.
Yeah.
yes, that taught me is similar to this quote is that the things that I'm faced with in my life, I am going through them. And if she's listening right now, she'll know who she is. She said, Laquita, it's not happening to you. You're going through it because
That's a great.
absolutely you're going through it because
I'm gonna know
on the other side, there is some positive things. There might be some more obstacles, but you're going through it.
Right.
And
I need
you're gonna
that.
make it.
That is a great.
I think
That's
that was
great.
just
Wait, I'm
wrong.
doing this. Whatever it is, you're just
And
going
the crowd is
through.
going
Yeah.
wild for that.
Yeah.
How did you know that's exactly what I needed to hear personally? I know about you.
Oh,
I know about all of you, but that was
even if you're not doing that right now, you're gonna need that advice. That's
Yeah,
some of the best
absolutely.
advice I've ever heard.
going through.
You're
Well,
just going through.
well, you couldn't have done a
Going
better
through.
job, so you're gonna have to, come back
Yep.
with our Mile
I
High
would
That's it.
love to.
Representative, you're natural for radio.
Absolutely. And remember, this month is February, so it is 2-on-1 month because of 2/11. So again, call 211 Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Text us at 898-211. Also chat with us online or visit us Monday through Friday at 711 Park Avenue West.
Well, thank you. All right. What a great
Thank you
guest.
so much for
Thank
your
you for
wonderful
having
interview.
me.
Yay.
She got me all jazzed up.
I know. I know.
Great.
Well, I have been down there a lot because we do a lot with Mile High United
Right
Way, and I've
there.
been to the call center, and they are just, the smile in their voice. I think is what's so important.
It's a great
they're
organization.
on purpose for all the people they're helping. It's not just a job.
And I think it's wonderful to share some of the things that they do because I think sometimes we hear about them just through workplace giving and nobody really knows what they do.
Yes.
And I love sharing their stories because there's so many of them, and you could just probably have them on nonstop for a year and not tell them all.
Right, right. It's so good. Well, Mile
That's
High
good.
United Way, again, any kind of resource, the 211 program, but also just a veritable plethora.
Learn about them. Get on the internet.
That's our big word today. Veritable plethora.
I don't know what that means. Veritable
It means a
plethora.
lot.
I know. It means a whole big lot
A whole big lot of
of stuff.
things that
Lots
they
of
have
different stuff. Big.
that are awesome. Well, our next interview is someone whose company has changed my life forever.
I love them.
Closet Factory. Leslie Flint is here today. Welcome.
Oh, I get closet envy every time I see anything they have.
Well, you can have a lot of closet envy at my house.
I know.
Because, Holly Leskow and Mark Leskow, your owners, have been friends and cohorts for many, many years, and Closet Factory has been a wonderful sponsor of the Camp Experience Network.
Yes, we have. It's been great. It's been a wonderful ride.
So we welcome you to the show. So,
Thanks for having me.
well, Leslie, I think people think the word Closet Factory, it's just only about closets. But tell everybody a little bit about just the business
They
and
live in their closet.
all the things. Because what I noticed when Closet Factory reorganized my wait for it, pantry, daughter's room, my personal closet, my husband's office, my office, and my storage space. I know, 6 things.
No wonder I like all those spaces that you have.
Well, see, I thought my life changed forever. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
So, what I do is I go into people's homes and I consult with them about what their organizational needs are. So whether it be their closet, their garage, their pantry, their home office, anything, bathroom.
My craft room,
right?
bathroom.
Yep.
Got a craft room.
So, it's really just to understand what they need. I do talk to them a little bit about budget because, of course, I don't want to build something that they don't want to afford. And then I show them a design, and from there we build it, and install it, and I've never had anybody.
My
say
house
they
is the
regret
size
it.
of a closet, so maybe you could come in and just do the house.
I could.
That's great.
Yeah, you could live in your closet.
Well, I tell you, you're kind of kidding, but the one thing I noticed is we had an older home with old-fashioned closets, right? The
Yes.
old days,
Well,
the
your
closets
closet's
all were the
amazing,
same. But my
they were
daughter's
small.
was very, very small. So, the same, just like two sides. And Closet Factory came in and made it a really useful space
Yeah.
for a teenager to get organized. And gave them cubbies. So tell us about the whole philosophy of why organization in your life is important.
Well, I think that we spend a lot of time in our closet, right?
Where you starting a new day.
Exactly. So it's important for that space to be organized and for you to be able to go in there and not feel stressed out and not walk out of the house with a black shoe and a blue shoe. Or to be able to find your underwear and your things for the day. So I think it helps with stress, not being chaotic before you leave the house, and then when you come home, you have a place for everything in its place, and it just makes you feel good. Yeah.
Well, and I think it saves you so much time when you
Yes.
can find things. I mean, I've often thought, I'm one of those absent-minded people, and if I timed myself on how much I look for things every day, I probably lost at least 2 hours.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's what I really love about my jewelry drawers. I'm just saying, closet crafting made me drawers in my closet.
Serious.
They can do this for any of you.
Awesome.
And one has eyeglasses for that
you
habit
make
that I have.
spaces.
So the eyeglass area, and then there's the bracelets, because I kind of have that all over the bracelet area.
Right now.
The bracelet area, and then there's all of them together in a row. So.
Yeah, I think we can. One of the biggest things is we can instantly double your space in your closet. Instantly.
And retrofit. This isn't like just only for new homes. This is like in any home you can come in and really help you get organized.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Leslie, if my closet is full of clothes and I have a lot of duds in the way, how would I organize my closet? Could you tell us about the Closet Factory Donate Your Duds program?
I can. It's a perfect opportunity for you to take all those duds that you don't wear and to our Donate Your Duds event on March 13th. From now until then, you can bring your duds over to Closet Factory, and we're going to have a party on March 13th, where we're going to resell some of the duds and then give the money to our charity partners.
That's awesome.
So if you're cleaning out, like a lot of people are cleaning out right now, just bring the duds over to Closet Factory and
Plus, you get to see the showroom, which is an amazing place.
Yes, our showroom is wonderful.
God.
That's where we
We'll
build
start
everything.
salivating.
The party will be down at the Closet Factory showroom. It's absolutely free. It's on March 13th from 5 to 8 p.m. You can find information at campexperience.com/event and RSVP. You can also find information about Donate Your Duds, and we'll come pick up your duds. Leslie will pick up your duds. We got lots of people picking up duds. And
I'll go, then it'll be a dud picking up a dud.
You don't have to be a dud. We're talking about your clothing dud. But Leslie, tell people how to get a hold of you personally, because maybe they're just like me, ready to organize and get ready for a great year.
Yes, if you're ready to organize and get ready, you can contact me on my phone, 720-255-9727, or you can email me at leslie.klink, KLINCK, @closetfactory.com.
So, Leslie, we like to also ask you kind of about your personal story. Mm-hmm. So we asked you about a fun fact, and you said you were a competitive ballroom and country western dancer.
That's great.
Yeah, and I have to tell you how I got started in that, because it's kind of odd. I grew up in Massachusetts, and I moved to Oklahoma with a job, and I knew nobody. And my friend...
What a cultural change, too.
Yeah, totally different. And the person that I became friends with, she took me to this country western place to dance one night, and he left. I was a little shocked, and he left, and I said, I will never wear cowboy boots, one of those skirts, a big belt buckle, and a hat.
Wait a minute.
Okay, Rhonda has the cowboy boots and the belt buckles under the table, but anyway, go ahead.
Okay.
There's the cowboy boots in my face right there. Go ahead.
A few months later, I was on a country western dance team, sporting the cowboy boots, the skirt,
It gets under your blood, doesn't it? I love country western dancing. It's my favorite.
It was so fun and such great exercise.
Oh, it's great. I love the two-step. Yeah, that's my favorite.
So I started out ballroom dancing first, because I decided to ballroom dance because I didn't know anybody in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It was a great way to meet people and get some exercise. And that was really fun. I loved it, and I competed in that. And then I just joined this country western dance team.
There you went.
See?
Off you went. Boots to Boogie, right there.
Okay. We're going to have to come back to that for camp, because I don't know. We're going to have to get you back to your roots of that. That would be so much fun. And then also, too, along the path, what has it been hard and what have you learned? Because we like people listening to kind of get that.
Yeah, so there's been three significant times when my path has been hard. As you know, it's never linear. It's always a winding river, like talking about. So the first time was I lost a daughter in 2005, and I lost her first. After a long journey of infertility, that was a really difficult time. Really difficult time. And what I learned during that time is that I have courage, strength, and I can persevere. I do have a son now. He's 13, so he perseveres with that. And
You know, you get to
Well, that took a lot of courage because it's hard to get pregnant again after you've lost a child.
Yeah.
That's really tough.
Yeah, it was a tough time. The second time was about in 2010 in a session that I had my own interior decorating business. My husband got laid off from his job. People decided to stop decorating, and things got really tough financially for us. So during that time, I learned humility. I learned how to ask for help. I learned how to rely on people and friends and find support systems. And then
I was just going to say that you're the second person today that mentioned support systems. It's so important.
Yeah,
So don't be afraid to ask that.
Yeah, and receiving help. I think that's for women. That's a bigger thing to be able to accept help. It's hard. We like to give. We don't like to receive. Yeah. So, and then the third time is when I got laid off from my job a few years ago. I was 52 years old, and I got laid off. And just all of a sudden, I had just gotten an MBA, and all these things go through your head about, but what I learned during that period was I was learning to come back. There was always a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, those are
Great.
such. I know. Thank you so much because that's the entire purpose of this show, really. And thank you for sharing that from your heart. And if you were going to make a global statement for women, like what would you say? Because we just want you to speak into the lives of all these viewers and listeners.
So when I saw that question, this is the thing that kept coming to my mind. Life is a journey. Embrace the journey. Just embrace it. Don't try to fight it. Just embrace it. And during that time, it helps you build character. It molds you. It shapes you into the person that you are. And things happen for you. It's hard to see that sometimes.
Okay, so now this is the fun. Go ask your girlfriend part. This is we can't prepare our guests. I mean our guests for this moment. So you just read it and then.
What was your favorite age, and what was so special about them? I think my favorite age is now. I feel I've got some knowledge and experience, and I'm more confident in who I am. I love my job. I love what I do. I think I finally have found what I'm passionate about. And yeah,
it's a great answer.
It's good to play now.
I was thinking I think I'd say no. Yeah. Because now I'm just old enough I don't care really.
Yeah. Well, my age, you really don't. It's like, okay, I don't care.
I think the best thing about being over 50 is just like, hey, this is what I got.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Exactly.
It's got to be enough. Well, Leslie, it's been a wonderful interview today. Again, find Leslie, clean out your closet, donate your duds, restructure and reorganize your life, have peace and happiness, and find Leslie at Closet Factory or on the information on BoostPowerRadio.com. Her contact information is there. So thank you so much for the interview today.
Thank you for having me.
We loved having you.
Thank you very much. That's great.
I know, right? I mean, now we're in the closet about how important it is
coming out of the closet
with the really knowledge about so over Christmas that was my big thing. I cleaned out every single thing I owned.
I know you did that.
6 IKEA bags of clothes. Of crap that didn't even fit because they were that wanna
when
fit.
We sold our house and downsized. I took 32 bags of clothing out of their house. 32 bags. Because all the kids had moved out and had 4 empty bedrooms. And so all bedrooms just became closets. One of them actually had closet racks in it. You know?
I tell you.
And it was ridiculous.
It's really easy to hoard and hoard and hoard.
So I threw everything away they hadn't bought in the last 2 years because everything was out of style anyway. And all the skinny clothes and all the fat clothes and all the clothes in between. I was like, I'm never going to wear like stonewashed jeans again.
Well, I know, except probably they're back. But yeah, I really, but it was, as Leslie was talking about, it was more than just cleaning my closet. It was really a discerning of what clutter was doing to me, which was just, every morning it was just too much. So I really, I believe everything Leslie talked about, that organizing your life brings joy.
Oh yeah, and now.
But there's something better than organizing your life.
Oh yeah, there's something way better than that. It's chocolate.
And there's a box of it in the studio.
Oh, please.
Imagine though if your closet included organized chocolates.
Oh.
I think that is a new market.
We can do it.
I bet Closet Factory could provide your best
A chocolate closet.
Chocolate. So welcome our new guest, Rhonda, officially before we just eat her chocolate.
Okay, this is Julie from the Chocolate Therapist.
Yes.
And she's a chocolate therapist. Isn't that the best name ever?
That is hard work.
And it brings in all kinds of visions. Like, what do? Do you take a bath in chocolate? Do you eat chocolate?
Really kind of whatever you want. I mean, it's a self-help program.
And you wrote a book, right?
I did.
Yeah. So why don't you tell us about it?
It's called The Chocolate Therapist, A User's Guide to the Extraordinary Health Benefits of Chocolate. And it basically takes all the research, alphabetizes the ailments, give a fun chocolate recommendation followed by supporting evidence.
Oh, wow.
And the evidence is pure joy, is what I'm saying. So Julie has a lot going on. Not only does she have a retail store in Littleton, which if you've ever driven through downtown Littleton and seen people outside gathering in lines, running in, the chocolate,
and everybody knows
the chocolate therapist. It's her store.
It's worth a drive too. It's really good. Can you tell us how much chocolate you should eat in a day? Like, it is like 5 Mounds bars long.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We'll start with the type of chocolate.
Start with the type.
All the research is being done on 70% dark and higher. So if you wanted to get the research results, of course you have to replicate the research.
Yeah.
So for people that don't really like dark chocolate, we have a little bar called Going to the Dark Side. It's a mix of milk and dark. Looks like a cow, and so you eat it and you get the flavor of milk, but you start training your palate to enjoy dark. And really, there's so many people that have switched over. Once you start to like dark chocolate, it's hard to go back to milk.
That's what I say.
I can't have
I'm only dark, and I'm like
dark.
big dark, like over 80, over 90
It's good for
dark.
cancer too, I think.
Well, what they say about that, I mean, it is because it's very rich in antioxidants and that helps your body fight all the toxins that you're exposed to. But for people that are recovering from cancer, sometimes they lose their ability to taste things, and the chocolate can actually kind of cut through that. So they typically crave chocolate, which I think is a good thing.
It is a great, not only good thing, a great thing. So what in the world ever got you started? So we jumped ahead to the benefit of chocolate, but how did you become the chocolate therapist? And tell us your story.
Well, I was in the apparel industry for 18 years, but I've studied nutrition my whole life. Like, I have my nutrition certification, and I run studies on my body, and I try every diet, and I'm like, I really need to write a book about nutrition and the health benefits of chocolate news broke right at that time. And I saw this as a way to combine my passions. I thought, I love chocolate, I love nutrition, let's go with this book. And right away, I got connected with the most amazing people in the chocolate industry who helped me get all the research from people that were studying chocolate. So I had this huge stack of papers that wasn't available to the public. And I started writing and eating chocolate. One thing led to another, and I wrote the book and started speaking. And
you have 2 books, right? You have 2 books?
I actually have 4 books, but I brought 2 of them with me today. These are the 2 most popular books that I have.
The Chocolate Therapist and
Dare to Pair, the ultimate guide to chocolate and wine pairing. And I started doing the wine pairing events because I started traveling on cruise ships as a guest lecturer, teaching people about chocolate, and I needed a series of lectures. So I was like, chocolate and wine sounds good to me.
Sounds pretty darn good to me.
Perfect for the cruise ship, perfect for life.
When we were up at camp, this one in the mountains, we all drove up to where we were going to hike up on a small mountain. And on the way back, everybody's tired. And then what we see is Julie running. Everybody else drove in a car. She's running there, and she wasn't just jogging. She was like running. I'm like, oh, come on, tell me that's a chocolate lady. She eats chocolate all day, and she runs all night.
I have a lot of energy. I would say that that's really from healthy eating. I mean, yes, I do eat a little chocolate every day, and you were asking how much. The research is
suggesting 1 to 2 ounces a day, but I figured out I could eat 2 whole ounces without gaining weight, so of course I do.
Yeah,
I'll get for the 2.
that explains my weight problem.
So you got to keep it in moderation, and I really do count the pieces of chocolate that I eat because I'm around it all day, and it's very easy for me to overeat it. So I want to be able to walk the talk. Honestly, I want to be authentic in what I'm doing. So I can't eat like half a pound of chocolate a day, otherwise I will, bust out of my clothes too. So I really do follow the program.
That's great. And do you have people that come in just to see you because they read your book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really funny actually because they'll come in and they'll be like, wow, you're here. Yeah, pretty much every day.
Yeah.
Like that was me.
Well, tell us about the store though,
Yeah.
because I know you have delicious coffees because I've been there. It's a great place to meet.
It is fun. So we are a coffee and chocolate shop, but we make all the chocolate on site. So when you go in, you can smell it right away. And we also have a lot of samples because if anything isn't pretty enough to make the box, it goes out to the customers so they can try it. So people are so astonished we can give that much chocolate away. And it's always laying around, maybe 5 or 6 different samples. So we keep chocolate and wine pairing classes there. And we're open 7 days a week. I'm sorry we never close. But yeah, it's a really fun, kind of European style chocolate shop almost.
I mean, that's just so different that you thought of the business after, how did you exactly get the idea of having a shop and the book and all? What was the sequence of this?
Well, I was traveling on the cruise ships and speaking a lot about how things with chocolate, endorsing other brands. And then I should have my own chocolate brand moment. So I hired a local company to start making the brand, and they did it for 2 years, chocolate bars for me, bars only. And then when they retired, I got the shop. So the first thing we did was clean up all the recipes. So they were making like traditional chocolates filled with dye and sugar. I'm a nutritionist, and I was like, they got to be all natural, no dyes, no preservatives, soy-free, gluten-free, dairy-free, dark. I wanted like everything that was important to me as a nutritionist.
So I didn't realize your chocolate. It's soy-free, gluten-free, sugar-free.
No, not sugar-free.
Oh, I was like, it's going to taste bad. No.
No, it's the dark doesn't have any dairy in it.
Okay, dairy.
So yeah, it's trends that I knew about long before they became popular trends. I feel so lucky because like we use coconut oil and organic flavoring oils in the centers, so when you bite into chocolate, it's pure chocolate, which I brought, ladies.
Well, you know what? I was always saying marketing.
Life is a box of
Try it.
chocolate, Rhonda.
Rhonda,
I've always wanted to say life is a box of chocolate. And
Now
actually,
you have to say it.
hold
What is your guide? What kind
This
of
is the wine pairing collection. Let me tell you what
We're
this is.
jealous.
Raspberry right here,
Oh my God, raspberry,
chocolate, black cherry.
peanut butter,
You gotta bite into
dark
one.
Okay,
orange,
I want one that's
Irish
got like,
cream.
let's see what I want. I like mocha or the peanut butter.
Peanut butter. This is my favorite.
Okay, I'm doing the peanut butter.
It's
What do you
all
want?
natural
I'm doing
peanut
plum.
butter, Malden sweet coconut.
Yeah, do plum.
It's hard work, guys.
This job is so hard.
Oh my God.
Who's going to be a
Reminds me
regular?
of the sweaty balls thing on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, no, this is much better than that.
I'm just kidding.
Pure chocolate on the inside, though. No gooey, sugary, dye-filled centers. And then because of that, this is the wine pairing box. This goes really well with wine and spirit.
Oh my God. That's probably the best stove chocolate I've ever had.
I know.
Thank you.
It's the best.
We've had every day someone will come into the store and say something like that. They'll be like,
It's amazing.
the best chocolate I've
Sure,
ever
it
had.
sure ain't Russell Stover.
Nothing against other chocolate companies. I try not to say anything bad about them, but we do have
Wait. Whatever that is, I'm
lemon.
surprised.
That's the lemon.
Okay.
Dark chocolate.
Okay,
is
you
organic
keep
lemon.
asking her questions why I eat
No,
my
I want to eat.
chocolate.
You ask questions. Oh, to hell with the
More
questions.
More questions.
So what was your upbringing though, Julie? Did you go to school? Like, did you go to school for the nutrition side? What did you?
My dad was a
get here?
nutritionist, and then I was an athlete as a kid, so we always ate performance, and I got really fascinated by the nutrition to affect the body. And then I think really it's anything that is you're heart driven about. I just love nutrition. I read all the books, and it's like that's my light reading. I'm not reading a romance novel at the pool, man. I'm reading the latest diet book.
Well, you know, I was always saying, this is brilliant, really. The timing is perfect. But I always say about marketing, that marketing is an opportunity you prepare.
I agree.
And that's exactly what you did. You had the opportunity arise, you were prepared to take it and seize it, you've done your work, and you're ready to jump on it. And it also meets from the people, your customers, that thought lives in the brain. It's not that your chocolate lives in the brain, you love it, so maybe it will after you eat it. But what it is that need for nutrition and still that want for having something that tastes good.
Right. I think also for
Yeah,
me
so
personally,
perfect in the crossroads.
on the personal journey, I went through some hard times. You know, got a divorce. It was really traumatic, and I was like, how can I recreate my life? And I decided I'd like to be able to have a life where I touch lives in a positive way. And this was the perfect thing to do because I could put the nutrition in it, and the chocolate made it fun. And every day is super fun day for me.
No, I have to interview with my mouth full. That's not good.
I can't remember eating a chai dark chocolate.
Sorry, Nikki, we're sorry, gang.
Oh my God. That's really, I'm not kidding, and I'm not just saying it. Truly, cross my heart and hope to die. That is the best chocolate I've ever eaten in my life.
Okay, we don't want you to die, but cross your heart because this is healthy chocolate. And I will say that I did go visit Julie's shop, which I do. And I did gift your chocolate many, many times.
Thank you.
To my husband and to my lucky friends. And of course, one for me and for them.
Right.
Would be the theory.
Good.
All right.
Thank you so much. But so on your journey, you kind of alluded to it, but when was it hard? Because when was it hard and what did you learn is what we always like to ask.
When I first bought the shop, I knew that it was losing money. It needed a renovation, and I was like, oh, I can do it. I'm a positive, upbeat entrepreneur. I can handle this. And I lost a lot of money the first year, and super hard. And the employee situation, being a true entrepreneur, you know, we always know what to do and how to do it. I was figuring employees would be the same way, but they need so much guidance. And I had some terrible employees. I mean, they were stealing from me. They wouldn't do the work. I mean, and it was partly like a lot was my fault because I wasn't getting any guidance. And so I'd say that was really hard. Plus realizing I was losing so much money, and I was really bailed out by my landlords because by the time they were ready to re-sign the lease, I said I'm out of money. I don't have any more, and they basically were like, "Hey, we'll renovate the whole store for you if you sign before you leave." And I started crying right in the meeting.
Hey, that's a good.
And so it was like it was meant to happen.
Yeah,
exactly. So that was really hard. And right now, what's hard, you know, I'm a senior gender, and it seems like everything is glamorous. Is just trying to figure out how we can expand, but do it so that we keep the integrity of the brand, right? It's really easy to get so big and then you lose what made it what it was to the beginning. So that's hard. Plus, you know, I think you always want to grow the business, open more stores, open production facility and all that. But in my heart, I really love music too, so I'm trying to figure out how to make that happen.
I gotta ask you, when you make the chocolate, is it like a big vat and people stirring it?
No, we have machines,
I
although.
was gonna say, Betsy and I should come do a video stirring chocolate.
You should.
We love to
Let's
bring
make
this live.
Let's go make chocolate. We're like Lucy and
Well,
make
it's all
chocolate.
handcrafted. Like we make the
All right.
centers in bowls, and that gets.
We gotta go do this. We're gonna do
Yeah,
it.
you totally
We'll
should.
come down.
Yes, come down.
Okay.
We have a video too about that.
We'll be like this.
Chocolate Therapist TV on YouTube.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, get that chocolate therapist to be what we always like you to add to your global statement to women. So what would you tell them? Because all these entrepreneurs are like, really, truly, yeah.
I think there's sometimes that you have to let go of anybody that doesn't support you while you do what you want to do and just push forward and believe in yourself. And then the people that didn't support you during that time that you had to let go will come back and they'll be saying, oh, you're so lucky. Oh my gosh, you've made it. They're not going to go away forever, but you have to let them go while you're pushing forward because especially friends and family, they're going to be, oh, don't do that. That's a bad idea. That's stupid. They judge you. You let that define who you are, and then you don't do what you really truly need to do. So just push
Great
through.
advice. Great advice.
Okay, so now you're going to take one of the girlfriend cards.
I was gonna ask what your favorite food is.
And that's going to be it.
Okay. So if you could meet anything, who would you want to meet and why? Oh my gosh, guys, put me on the spot with this. Let's see. I probably want to meet Richard Branson because I feel like he is, he's this, I call him the people's billionaire because he's really connected to people and he understands adventure and he loves life and he gives back and he has like a meeting of the minds of the most brilliant people in the world and they're out trying to create change and he's doing the whole Galactica thing, you know, where he's trying to get outer space travel, and I just love everything that he represents about life, right?
Yeah, he's a great
guy.
It's
a great choice.
Yeah. We would all like to have chocolate with him.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
let's
so
do it.
let's
Richard,
have
if you're
chocolate
listening, chocolate and wine at Necker Island, let's do it.
Yes, that's it.
Let's do it. We'll be happy to
Tell
do
once
it.
again where your store is located.
It's in downtown Littleton, and we have a website, thechocolatetherapist.com. So check out the website. You can order and ship all over the U.S. can.
And Valentine's Day is coming, so
That's
this is
right.
a one-stop shop. You can get everyone on your
You
list.
just have to send to your house.
There's bars, there's boxes, there's all kinds of
This thing,
formats.
what is that box called? Is that the same?
This is the dark chocolate wine pairing box.
That is the best chocolate ever. And
No,
then get a nice
actually,
bottle of wine.
Wanda, I
somewhere.
hate to break it to you. There's a dark chocolate sea salt with almonds. That is the
Oh
best
my God.
chocolate ever.
Everything with
Really
caramel.
good.
caramel.
So we
Oh
all
yeah,
have
we
our
have
favorites.
caramel, and we don't use any corn syrup either.
I'm coming there. And I'm
Actually, I
buying
was thinking
caramel.
of going today on the way home from the show. I think I might get my February bars now.
That truly was the best thing.
Well, please, all of you, support a woman in business
Yep.
that is rocking it with healthy chocolate. You can
Community
read all of her
partner,
books.
good business
She's a
person.
great speaker. She comes and does wine and chocolate pairings. Sometimes you can hire her to do that. If
If you guys having a party, a dinner party, you show up and she does the
she does
I
that.
do it. I've done it many
Oh,
times.
see,
She
there
does
you
that.
go.
She'll be at Camp Experience this fall for the fall retreat in September. So find Julie, the chocolate therapist, and we are so thankful that you are on show today.
Yes,
Thank you guys.
very
Thanks
much.
for having me.
We can't wait. We can't wait to have you back. I think we need a quarterly
I'm
chocolate.
going to do a fundraiser. I'm going to see how much you charge, and then I'm going to do a fundraiser.
Yeah, for Camp
We
Wapi
do
Yapi.
that all
Yeah,
the time.
that's what we
Yeah.
love to
Yeah,
do.
that's what we're
Right?
gonna
We raise money for
Okay.
Camp Wapi Yapi. So what is the wildest thing anybody's doing to raise money for Camp Wapi Yapi? that
It's
you
what
know?
you're doing. It's what Betsy's doing.
Is that a setup? Is that a setup for a promo?
There's actually two crazy things going on right now, but Betsy's is absolutely crazy.
I'm going to do the
Hold
show
it
and tell
up,
while
hold
you
it up.
talk.
Betsy is going to climb the Sydney Harbor Bridge
In Australia?
in Australia.
Well, I'm going to Australia.
You both brought your back.
I'm going. I'm not going to throw out my back. I think that's probably really bad.
That's really bad.
Okay. I'm going to Australia with Boost Power Radio.
Yeah.
We're interviewing powerful and wonderful, influential people. One lady started something called School for Life. We're going to meet her.
Right, there's some
We're
great
going to meet someone else who's got something called Beautiful Minds about kids and teenagers. We're going to interview all these people for Boost Power Radio in Sydney. And part of the bonus is on my bucket list is always going to climb the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
right, which is like how many 400 and some steps?
Well, we know how it's 1,332 steps.
1332. Oh my
Right?
God.
It is 439 feet in the air,
Oh.
right?
Mhm.
And there's 4 pylons.
Oh yeah, pylons.
Pylon for fun, and there are
Pylon the
360
fun, Betsy.
degree view. And so I didn't really read the brochure about how I was going to do it. I kind of signed up. Then I went and read the brochure.
Yeah.
So I'm training
You're right
now.
with me. We're reading it together, and she went, oh.
Oh, wow, that's really a lot of steps, Betsy. Perhaps I should
And
train.
especially you've got what 2 times you got hip replacement.
Yeah, I've had 2 hip replacements, but I digress. But I am so happy to take a step for positive love for the Camp Wapi Yapi. The kids and their families have kids experiencing cancer and really in the battle. And so I'm so happy to raise money. So check out campexperience.com under Do Good. Also look at Camp Wapi Yapi.
Right? And you can go to our events page, and Betsy's event is listed on there. And you can click, and it'll take you right to a whole thing
And
about
I'm
Betsy.
looking
And you
for
can donate.
money for Camp Wapi Yapi and prayer for me to
Yeah.
be able to
Money
do
and
it.
prayer, and the kids can use some prayers too. So
So this money and prayer is welcome.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So that's going to be super fun.
It's going to be great. Thank you for doing that too.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Well, I do it.
And we have another guy who's literally climbing vertical 3.5 million vertical miles over the next year.
What?
Yeah, so there you go. After you do the bridge, you can go join up with
Well, I'm not going to go vertical miles on this bridge. And here's the cool fact: our next guest is only here because 9 years ago now she climbed the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
Oh my gosh.
So that's
Gina?
not really her claim to
Why
fame.
does that? It doesn't shock me that you did that for some reason. I know Gina, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, that would be Gina.
Well, climbing Kilimanjaro was a bigger deal.
That's what I was
Yeah,
going
That
to say.
was a bigger deal.
That's on my bucket list.
That was
Kilimanjaro.
on my bucket list. When I turned 50, I wanted to do Kilimanjaro. And I
Mine's
said,
on for 65 or 70.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it.
Well, there was a guy there that was 80.
Okay, good.
Climbing this.
And
Yeah.
we sent Camp Experience Network, fun fact, sent Megan Burt up Mount Kilimanjaro. We raised all the money, and she took a flag of Camp Experience to the top, and we have the pictures.
Yeah.
So we're
yeah.
digressing. This is the
Yeah.
amazing Gina Schreck. You may have seen her speaking to your organization worldwide. You may have read some of her many books. You couldn't have read the book that she just wrote because she was in love.
She just
It
wrote
literally
it.
just came out this. I just got it in my hot hands 2 days ago.
Oh yeah, we should.
I see. Is that it? You got
I have
advanced
it.
copy? There it
Okay,
is.
we're gonna. Okay, so this is the amazing Gina Schreck, woman of the world, entrepreneur, amazing community leader, mother of 4, and friend.
Yes.
Gina Schreck. In the Cracker Well,
Yes, we love Gina. We love Gina.
Jazz hands. I mean, I was trying to think when we met.
Well, it was in the early days of NSA, and I saw her diamond ring, and I said, I don't know you, but you
What
have a
is she
really
on?
nice diamond.
I don't even think this was the diamond ring.
It was
This
just
was
your
not. I was my
diamond.
other
Oh my
diamond ring.
God.
Well, I have a really great husband who loves
I'm
fine
blind.
jewelry.
I'm blind.
I know.
So I have an awesome diamond ring, and then he got me another one for our 20th anniversary. So
Oh my God. My husband didn't remember ours.
Don't hate me because my husband's beautiful.
That's right. And your diamond rings are beautiful. That's how I met her. It was that very pressed. Hi, look at your ring.
She goes, we need to be friends.
Let's be friends.
When it's that beautiful, and people that didn't know you go, oh my God, you know, you got a good one.
Yeah.
Well, I think all of you will so love to hear Gina on so many levels because Gina has a social media company. And so tell them a little bit
social media.
about Social Connects, right? Did I say it right? Tell them a little bit about that and how you serve the world that way.
Well, it's interesting because it didn't start out to be digital media. I mean, I started my business 24 years ago. So
Yeah.
it just kind of has squiggled and evolved, and we've had clients. I'm one of those people who say yes to everything. So when the client comes up and says, can you do this for us? And I say, of course we can.
Yeah.
And I go, how am
Why
I going to
do
do
that?
that?
I gotta figure
I'm
it
going to
out.
hire some people.
Because she's the only entrepreneur that's ever done that.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. That's the way to get things done is say yes
Yeah.
and then figure out how you get it done. And probably 11 years ago, we really squiggled to be in that lane of digital media and marketing for other companies doing all their social media marketing, blogging, email campaigns, and everything else.
One of the things, and I bet your book addresses that, but I always tell people about social media and stuff. They say, should I do it? And I'm like, well, if you don't do it right, don't do it, because it's like having an open house and you open the door in your underwear. Because you're inviting them in and they're standing there half naked.
Well,
You know,
look at the name of the book, Social Media Doesn't Work. Unless you do.
Absolutely. So, and it is hard work. You've got to keep up with
It
it.
is. I would say it's not rocket science, but it's time consuming.
Yes, it is.
And there's a lot of pieces that go into it. And I always tell people, don't be overwhelmed. Just pick a lane and pick where your customers are and nail it.
Yep.
Before you ski it.
Yep.
So don't try to go
Hey.
everywhere.
Yep. Yes.
You know, I
I
think
agree.
too many times people go, oh, I'm going to open a Twitter account, a LinkedIn account, and a Facebook page,
This and that.
and an Instagram, and a Snapchat, and then they sit there and do nothing. So you have to pick where are your customers and really nail that channel. So yes,
And the age of your customer, then we can talk about that a little bit, the demographics of which social media to use. I think that would help you.
I mean, I always laugh about Snapchat. I was one of the first Snapchat account users. Like when a new platform comes out, I jump on board and I created an account. And I was sitting outside, and my daughters created accounts, and a little caterpillar crawled across my computer, and I went, I'm going to send this as a Snapchat video to my daughters. And I sent this little cute video of a little caterpillar crawling, and then I learned it disappears.
Snapchat,
A day later.
just like that.
Yeah. And I thought, I hate this platform.
Yeah.
I take amazing photos and videos. I don't want them disappearing. And I never have liked Snapchat.
That's so kids can do it and parents don't catch
Don't
it.
catch
Don't
on.
get
Get
that
started.
But I feel like
Started.
it kind of said a lot to my demographic is not on Snapchat. Is that on Snapchat?
Yeah,
And
for
so-
kids' experience, that's not where our girls
It's
are.
not where girls are. And now, while Instagram is becoming an older demographic, it's still the younger side of that. But I do feel like our demographic, we're rocking Facebook and LinkedIn.
Yes, I think I agree. I think Facebook is
Facebook
exactly
is for
where
the
you need to
fun
be if you're going for
conversations.
people that are,
Right. And now, but I'm a Twitter. I love it.
Twitter's fun.
You Twitter people.
I'll tell you a funny little story here. My daughter, who's 25 now, I guess apparently was making Snapchat videos. And every time I got mad at her, like I'd yell at her, she'd video. And she'd come in when I was doing all kinds of things, and I'd be like, and I'm in the grocery store one day, and this person I didn't even know comes up to me and goes, "Oh my God, you're the Snapchat mom!" And I went, "What? Oh my God!" Yeah, she said, "Oh, you were so funny." I'm like, "Oh." I went home. I said, "What have you been doing? Everything, like no matter what I was doing. If I was singing in the kitchen, if I was like half dressed, if I was like, I was
And
like,
she was sharing it as Snapchat mom.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So you had
I'm
a
gonna
brand
kill
you
her.
didn't even know about.
Yeah, I was gonna
love
kill her.
You had a brand you didn't know about. So I want to go back to those. So what brought you to this? And then I want to talk about where you're going from here. But where did you go to college to
No.
be you? Like,
I went to college just to be me.
Yeah.
I went to Gina College.
Gina
No, I
College?
didn't even go to. I mean, I took classes at college and just never knew what I wanted to do. And I took a job right out of, not right out of high school, but I got into a computer company in California as a receptionist, and moved into HR. Then moved to Colorado, got into sales just for greed. I needed to make money, and I was really good at sales because I like meeting people and connecting. And then I realized I like training, and I was a regional sales director at the end of that career, and was connecting with people and loved training. And then I thought I'm gonna start my own training company, and just decided to start my own training company. So I quit and started doing corporate training, and started my own training business. And that's when, well, I had a contract with IBM for 8 years, and that was really where the technology changed. Because suddenly I was in this 3D immersive world, which Betsy
Yes, I remember.
in Second Life. Avatar, we logged in this little
I
avatar.
remember that.
Like my avatar
Oh,
got
my God.
attacked by a weird avatar. I never
Yeah.
went back. It's a long story.
Oh,
But that
and
offline.
It's hysterical. But I was actually doing training in this virtual space. My avatar always looked hot. Like, she was so hot.
You're hot and she was hotter.
She was hotter, and her hair was always done. Like,
Yeah.
she didn't have to get
Oh,
ready.
just like you?
Yeah, I wake up this way.
Yeah.
And so
I wake up this way.
It was sorry. And then I was asked to speak at conferences about the technology we were involved in, and that kind of just sprinkled me this way. And then I started using social media to connect with people and learn from them about the technology that they're using. So again, I always say jump onto social networks not to sell, but to get on and learn and connect with people.
I will tell you that is 100% right from a marketing
So
perspective.
true.
It wasn't designed to sell.
Right.
It actually was not
Exactly.
designed to sell.
It's about
And
relationships.
it's about building a relationship with that customer so that when they are ready to buy, you're there in the
That's right.
crossroad.
And they
That's
see
exactly.
what you're an
Trust.
expert in, and they build that trust and know, like, and trust. So
I have people say all the
Yeah.
time, oh, I've done, we have 10,000 likes. You know how many things we sold this year?
Yeah.
Let me guess.
Zero?
About 1% maybe?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That'll work.
You've got to really put the social back in, social media, and I think that's the
Absolutely.
important thing. Is
That'd be your next book, put the social back
Social
in
back
social.
in.
Oh wait, I think you're going to put the social in offices
Yeah.
with your new project. So just
yeah. Oh
yesterday,
my God,
I was
let's
lucky
do that.
enough to see Gina twice this week, and we spent some time together. So tell them now the next
Like
great
next.
big thing, because I
Yeah.
can't even wait.
Well, because I can't just sit still and do nothing. Now, our digital media, our digital agency is doing great, but we kind of were scattered around the United States. There's 12, 18, with our bloggers, there's 18 of us, but we're all over, and we always say, we need to come together and work in the same space. And so we decided to open a co-working space in Denver for women. We want to target women entrepreneurs.
Oh, the big news.
Yeah, and so it's right by Park Meadows in Milton.
And now what is this? It's a space thing?
So it's a space, and it is going to have, well, it's called the Village,
Okay.
the Village Workspace. So inside there's little houses that are offices. So there's
They're
private
darling.
offices. Oh, they're so
They're darling.
Oh my God. I
yeah,
think
yeah. You can even already we're putting pictures on Facebook. My daughter's going, "You're already putting stuff on there." I was like, "Girlfriend, this is happening. This is how you make things happen."
Yeah, I already got a customer for them
this
You speak
yesterday.
into
them.
existence, and you
See
start
them
making
and
it
you speak
real. And we've already got the register, we got the website, we got the space, and now
So there's individual offices as well as group.
as well as flexible desks, so you can go in and just work at a random desk or big coffee bar setting, but it's going to be beautiful. Bohemian chic is what my
I
daughter says.
love this.
And
You
lots
know,
of
we work
parking,
virtually,
very
half
easy.
off the office.
Yeah.
And every once in a while we get together. And
Yeah.
every once in a while we have to have some kind of planning thing. And it's nice to,
How
and we're always
places
talking about
are
where should we go? Where do we
Yeah. Well, we always said you go to coffee shops and then you're going, okay, as soon as that guy moves.
Well, and then you're talking about
there's a
sensitive
outlet.
business. You might be talking about a sensitive business issue. You don't want to do that in
Or
public.
you want to meet with a client
Yeah.
and you don't want to meet at a coffee shop or a lounge.
Wow, I think that's brilliant.
So many of the workspaces are very male dominated, you know.
There's a lot of bro working
It's like bro working. I love
and
that term.
programmers that
Yeah.
work at the pro working.
And then you got
I
the
walk in, well, and they're a young audience. So
Yeah.
I go in, and I'm 55, and I walk in places and I go, I don't feel comfortable
Yes.
here. I feel
Yeah.
out of place here. So I really wanted to focus on.
I think that's amazing. I can't wait.
I'm super excited. So yeah, there's always something big.
Brilliant idea.
I said the other day, I'm over the hill, but I discovered there's a couple more
Well,
hills.
you ain't as far over the hill as I am, girl, so you're okay.
We're
There's a
celebrating.
couple more hills to climb.
That's why Betsy hangs around with me, because it's always
Yeah.
better to hang around somebody older.
Rhonda,
Yeah,
that is not
shorter.
the only reason.
That's the reason we bought a house in
Because that'll
Arizona.
make you look good.
Because we bought a house in Arizona just so I can go there and go,
Wow, I'm young.
so young.
Those people are so old.
Amazing.
Boy, do I look good.
I am hot.
I look hot.
And it's not with my avatar.
And I
It's
don't
me.
need Botox down there.
I used to tell everybody, you
Just
stand next to
look
somebody older, shorter, and fatter, and you're fine.
Oh,
There you go.
look great.
Well, so we always like to ask people, like, when was it hard? What did you learn? And you know, everybody thinks, oh, it's so easy for you, but
Yeah.
I know you've done a lot of
I've
very
been,
tricky adventures.
I've been a single mom,
Yes.
and now I've been married for 29 years to the love of my life. And And our son was at Columbine High School during all the shootings in '99. So when I think of when was it hard, that was probably when it was hardest. We had 4 years of trying to run our business and dealing with like drama that we had never thought that we could experience.
And you should never have to.
And I wanted to shut our business down because I just was in this funk that I couldn't get out of. And so, but then what I learned is you just keep going. And sometimes you have to pause and just like climbing the stairs at the bridge or climbing Kilimanjaro, when you get to a point where you go, I need to quit. You don't need to quit. You just need to pause and eat some snacks.
Yeah.
That's my motto.
Step on the bridge, they're going to take all
I
my
find that
snacks.
when I
Just need some sneak a snack in
Sneak a
your pocket.
snack.
when you
Sneak
get
some
close to where you
chocolate.
can't do it anymore, you just have to breathe and
Breathe
take it
and
easy
pause,
and
and
push
it's
up.
okay to rest, but it's not okay to quit.
Okay.
Well, we are going to
I
go
like
ahead to your quick question because we got a full show today. So
Read
read
them
this,
parts.
read this,
We're
and
almost
quickly
done.
answer that, and we're going to wrap up for today.
Tell me what an ideal date would be like for you.
Any night with your hot husband, I
Any
would
night
say
with my
is
hot
good.
husband. I always say we do fun, adventurous things. Like we want to go do one of those escape rooms, but we've done crazy date nights where we go do an adventure, finding something. So I think something that we could just laugh. We wouldn't be watching a movie because I don't like sitting in a movie theater for 2 or 3 hours.
What a surprise.
Yeah, what a surprise,
I want to
yeah.
go do something fun.
Well, tell everyone how to get a hold of you and also how to get a hold of information about your new co-working space.
Co-working space and book. Connect with me on your favorite social channel because I'm everywhere you want to be.
Oh,
And that's
there
at Gina Shrek. So just at Gina Shrek on any social channel. And I'm going to give away
Spell
2
Shrek.
books.
Spell
Oh yeah,
Shrek.
Shrek is not like a movie. It's
Yeah.
SCHREC. And then I'm going to give away books if you tag me, and you have to say in your social media post, I'm going to be a rock star with Gina Shrek. When you tag me, I'm sending you a book.
All right.
That's great.
Yeah, so
I'm going to
good.
be a rock
I
star.
need a book.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a rock star.
Because you're going to be a rock star. I already signed yours.
That's good.
So,
Well, we are so blessed. Gina has a wonderful podcast. You might want to pitch that. She has lots of ways you can really connect with her and what's happening with her. And so thank you, Gina.
Thank you, Gina. It was great.
Thank you.
Betsy, didn't you think that the most amazing thing today was that all of our guests had a very similar message? You know what? Isn't that funny how that happened?
It's funny, like it was on the All Chris show. We had all people named Chris.
Uh-huh.
Today was all people who talked about
Perseverance. And I loved every one of our guests had quotes to remember that were just phenomenal.
Yeah, it was such a good day today. And
Great
sorry, it was a busy show.
We've got about 2 minutes actually.
So much to cram in. So thank you for joining us. And next month is Heart Month.
Yep. Oh, now it's Heart Month.
It's Heart Month now.
Okay.
But next month is Heart Month.
Turn on your heart light.
Turn on your
Heart light.
And so we're going to actually have from St. Anthony North Health Campus one of their cardiac specialists. So we're really going to talk about your physical heart.
Absolutely.
But then we're also going to explore just aging well and taking care of your heart with Dr. Snydak from Age Management.
And then real quick, because we're going to have to sign off, we have any upcoming events you want to
Yeah,
share?
just
Besides the Bridge Climb, check that out.
February is good. We're having a reception of Age Management. We're having lots of fun and a great workshop. So campexperience.com/event.
All
Plug
right.
in.
Thank you. Thanks for tuning in today, and we'll catch you in
2 weeks. 2
Bye-bye.
See you in 2. We're eating chocolate now.
Oh, yeah, we're eating chocolate. Give me that chocolate.
We're back to the chocolate.
Chocolate.
Chocolate is our friend.
Wave to